Since the morning, we started with the Mughal decline. For anybody who's joining in right now, this session says art and culture, and we will start art and culture once we've done with the Marathas. As it is, this is only a starting portion. Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. Thereafter, Peshwas is done in modern India. So we've done the Mughal decline. We finished that module for sure, and we've also done with that the concept of uh, Sikhism. Now we are moving to one of the biggest rivals of the Mughals, and at one point of time, they were the alternative to the Indian subcontinent being under them. Basically, if there were the Mughals, then it were the Marathas. It was believed that if the in modern India, I hope this rings a bell in your mind at least, that how Raghunath Rao politics, how Baji Rao II, the son of Raghunath Rao, how they basically involved the British in all this politics, Holkars, Shindhyas, all these things you generally know, the Confederacy concept and all these things. We'll start art and culture. We'll start Bhakti Sufi, so we start art and culture. Don't worry about that. Now, the second aspect here is this is all modern India. What I told you is all modern India. But the question is, what was Maratha power? How did Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj become what he was? And further, how in turn, the idea of the Chaudh Sar Deshmukhi, and over and above that, how Marathas were under Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, only under Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, the another reincarnation of centralization in India. The last time we had seen centralization, it was actually under Ashoka. However, it was Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj who made a certain structure which was so intricate that it created a concept of a power center at the center and at the provincial level and even at the fourth level. That Maratha power, there was so much centralization which we had seen previously only. And the point is, Marathas and specifically Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj loved forts. He was the one who believed that forts, killas, can actually play a very important role in becoming nodes of connections and nodes of how power can be distributed. 200 the accountant general. Now basically think of like this, that Peshwa is the finance minister, Majumdar is the CAG. That basically Majumdar is checking that if Peshwa is actually giving the right data or not. And the Peshwa cannot say anything to the Majumdar. Therefore, they are individually responsible to Shivaji. And therefore, there is no way they can actually undercut each other. And this is the beauty of the central administration which Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj created. Now, further, you have 8 more positions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, Majumdar, accountant. Now comes a person called Sarnobat. Sarnobat is Senapati, military head. Thereafter, he has Vakyanavis, Chitnis, Majumdar, Peshwa, Suranavis or Chitnis, Suranavis. Then he has Nyayadhish, Pandit Rao, and the last one who is left is Dabir. And the question, do you need to learn this? Yes, you have to. Actually, Majumdar we can call auditor. Sure, auditor, accountant, whatever you call them. Who I'm telling you what is their positions. 1 second. Okay, sorry. Now, they are all responsible. You can see all arrows are going towards the Chhatrapati, not amongst each other. Now you see, Nyayadhish is very easy. Nyayadhish means the one who takes care of justice. Pandit Rao, religious matters. This can come in the examination for match the following. Now comes Dabir, Vakyanavis and Chitnis. Now see, Vakyanavis is a word which is till today used. Vakyanavis is a word which is today used for a person who is a reporter. And here also, Vakyanavis is intelligence, post and household affairs. So he is the one who takes as intelligence, postings and household. Basically like a home minister. However, Vakyanavis is not given correspondence, because if you look at it, the Chitnis or what we call as Suranavis, he has actually correspondence. Suranavis, Chitnis, correspondence. You see, he is correspondence. Correspondence means any form of information which is flowing within the Maratha Empire is based on this only. Now comes Dabir. Dabir does 2 things. He takes care of the court and the foreign policy or the foreign relations of the Chhatrapati. Now, if you look at it, this is a very neat way in which power has been divided. Prime Minister has financial power, but someone else is accounting for it, is auditing it. Vakyanavis is doing intelligence, taking care of home affairs, but no correspondence is with the Chitnis or Suranavis. Nyayadhish is taking care of justice, but not that religious person has not been given the access of justice. So Pandit Rao is taking care of religious matters, and Dabir is taking care of the court. In a way, Vakya Navis cannot take care of the court, and foreign relations is within. This is a very interesting division of power in which everybody is also looking at everyone else, but telling Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj only. Not, they cannot connive with one another. That is the basic point. This is called very interesting way of centralization. This is centralization at its pure. Correspondence means any form of Minister of Information Broadcasting. Internal movement of information is called correspondence. So all of them are individually responsible to the king. Yes, Prem. They are all individually responsible to the king. They are not responsible. They're not responsible to each other or to someone else. They're individually responsible. So if there's an issue in accountancy, the Peshwa can't say to him that don't tell Chhatrapati. He is individually responsible. Are we clear about central administration and Ashtapradhan? In the examination, if they ask you this, you will be able to match the following. Yes, very good. So this is also done. Now the beauty of his administration is actually how he divided his provincial administration. He had what is called Mauza. Then he used a word which we already know, which is Taraf and Prant. Taraf, Prant. Where have we seen the word Taraf previously? Where have we seen the word? Yes, very good. Bahmani kingdom. A Taraf. Mahmud Gawan is the one who developed this concept. Now, Mauza, Taraf, Prant. The person who takes care of Taraf, Mauza and Prant are Mauza lowest unit, then Taraf headed by Havaldar and province headed by Subedar. But this is very interesting. Here there is nobody. Here there is Havaldar. Here there is Subedar. A word again which is a Mughal word, Suba, Subedar. But ironically, too much power is with the Subedar. So what he does is, he appoints a Sar Subedar to check if the Subedars were working in the right way or not. So there are three levels of unit. This is province, district, number of villages. And what he's done is, he's given this to the Havaldar Subedar, but then Subedars become too powerful. So in a way, the Chhatrapati controls Sar Subedar. Sar Subedars control the Subedars. The Subedars then control Havaldars, and therefore everybody has somebody over them. Everybody has somebody over them. And therefore you can see, he again did not trust any one officer. He did not trust one officer. He is making sure that there is a whole chain of command where nobody can capture too much power. But if we go to one step lower than this, and ironically, all of them were non-permanent, non-hereditary, and frequent transfers used to happen. But what is the real power of Maratha power is actually at the level of the fort and fort administration in that regard. So I started with central, then I went to the level of what we call as the province level. Now I'm going into the fort level. Close to 250 fort. One of the forts was made on water also. Close to 250 forts were created, and a long chain of command was created. Now, the beauty of the fort administration is even more interesting. If this is the fort, and this is the entry point. This is the entry point. Now see, he could have given one person power of the fort. But what is the problem with that? What is the what do you say? What is the vulnerability there? If you give one person in charge of the fort, he has too much power. He can break the empire. He can repel. Very good, perfect. Think like an administrator now. So what he did was he divided the power into three offices, and which is again interesting. The first officer, this is Chaud sir, Deshmukh, one second. The first officer is Havaldar, second officer is Sabnis, and the third officer is the Sarnobat. So you have Havaldar, Sabnis, Sarnobat, and he also created one more. Karkhanis. Now see, Havaldar only has the keys to the fort. So entry and exit, opening in the morning, closing in the night. He is the only one who has the keys. Sarnobat, you see, I'll read it out to you also. Havaldar has the keys to the fort. Sarnobat is the in charge of garrison, which is garrison means the military establishment. So he has military establishment and power. And what is interesting is Karkhanis has keys to the supplies of the fort. Meaning if you want grains, if you want anything, you have to contact the Karkhanis. And the most interesting is Sabnis has correspondence, duty chart, and revenue. This is still medieval Charan. Now, if you look at it, correspondence means information flow. Now, don't you think that this is a very interesting way of division of power? Can any one officer take control of the fort? Can any one officer take control of the fort? And the answer to that question is no. The answer to that question is no. And the simple point is that this is how they can collectively take it. Can you and me agree on the same thing? And if you are corrupt, am I also corrupt? Karkhan is karkhana, where you keep all the supplies. If can 5 people together be conniving against Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj and nobody would get to know? See, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj was so in the sense, in a way, so smart. You know how the fort was opened? Want to know how the fort is opened in the morning and closed in the night? He basically had 3 keys of a fort. One was kept with the Havaldar, who's a Maratha. One he used to give to a Brahmin. And one he used to give to the Vaishya, which is a merchant. Only when the 3 keys used to go together, the fort used to open. Now, you really think a Brahmin, a Kshatriya, and a Vaishya at this point of time would connive with each other? This is the power of understanding how to undercut power of people. So fort administration is at a different level altogether. They don't trust each other. How can they trust to basically connive against Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj? This is how his administration was from the level of what we call as the Ashtapradhan to the concept of Subedari to the concept of fort administration. If we are clear about this, I really want to discuss Chaur Sadeshmukhi, then we break and then we start our art and culture chapter. Very interesting discussion, Chauth and Sadeshmukhi also. Very beautiful system. Are we clear? Are we clear? Okay. Now, taxation. Ironically, the taxation system of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj was also a way to undercut the Mughals. You see, I'll first explain it to you. Let's take a part of Deccan India. This is a part of Deccan India. It's basically Mughal territory. And in this, there's a road which goes like this. There are traders which are here, caravans. And what the Marathas do is that they used to have a fort here. They used to have a fort here. And this much area is actually Maratha area. This is a Maratha fort. And there's a cultivator here. Now, basically, a cultivator here does not pay Chauth or Sadeshmukhi. He just pays 1/3 or 1/6 standard tax. So as to say that Chauth and Sadeshmukhi are never applied in Maratha original territory. This will make more sense the more I will explain to you. Now you see there's a cultivator here A, there's a cultivator here B. Now what the Marathas did was that who do A and B give tax to? Who do A and B give tax to? If this is Mughal territory, they would give it to the Mughals via the Amil. Now what the Marathas do is they go to these cultivators and also this trader and they say that we are here for two things. Give us 1/4 of produce for farmer and 1/4 of value of goods for traders. This is called Chauth. Chauth means 1/4. If you give us Chauth, we will do two things. First, we will not attack you. We will not attack you. Second, we will protect you against the Mughal tax collector and Mughals. And third, it is an insurance policy that we will not let the Mughals do anything to you. So basically, Chauth is a tax you pay for to the Marathas to not plunder you. But the master stroke here is that by giving Chauth at the micro level, Mughal sovereignty is denied. So if I'm a trader who is if I have to cross this road every time, and if I'm a farmer who is very close to a Maratha fort, who should I bank on more, Mughals or the Marathas? The Marathas. Because the Mughals are sitting in Agra or in Delhi. And rather, at the grassroots level, the Marathas are saying, we will keep the army away. We will not let the army do anything to you. You give us 1/4 and you stay clear of any issues. So, what Chauth is applied in non-Maratha territories for Maratha assurance against no plunder. They will not do anything to you and they will rather protect you also. Does the Chauth make sense? Because then we talk about Sardeshmukhi. Because Sardeshmukhi does not apply here. Now, same area, bit by bit, the authority of this much was original territory. Will Chauth and Sardeshmukhi apply here? Chauth or Sardeshmukhi not applied here. On the other hand, now what has happened is the Marathas have expanded. The road still goes to the trader. Still only Chauth applies. But this farmer A and this farmer B, they used to pay Chauth, yes or no? They used to pay Chauth. Original territory. But Chauth, they've already paid. Now that you come under the Marathas, they have to pay one more tax, which is over and above Chauth. Chauth is 1/4. This is 10% more. Basically, Sardeshmukhi is a surcharge on Chauth for expansion or becoming part of Marathas. A major mistake which students do is that they do this. Chauth is 1/4, means 25%. Sardeshmukhi is 10% on 25%, so they calculate 27.5%. No. It is 25% plus 10%. Chauth plus Sir Deshmukhi. Now let me explain it in a more crude sense. Chauth is only applied when you are outside Maratha territory and the Marathas want to undercut Mughal power. They take 1/4 from you, and they protect you. Within original Maratha territory, which is fort and its areas, nothing like this is applied. Do we understand Chauth? Do we understand Chauth? Yes. Now, when the Marathas have been successfully been able to expand into this territory, they have expanded their empire. The fort now does not control 100 acres, which was original, now controls 1 lakh acres. The areas which are added, the Marathas say that they had a hereditary right on them previously, but they did not take it. So Chauth remains. Chauth will not go anywhere. They say because now you're part of the Maratha Empire, pay Sir Deshmukhi over it. So you pay 10% more. Chauth only, Sir Deshmukhi only applies on cultivators. It is 25%, 1/4 is 25%, plus 10%, so 35%. Get my point? Get my point? I'll read it out to you and then we can end this topic. Absolutely perfect. So, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj supplemented his income by levying tax on Mughal territories. Chauth and Sir Deshmukhi were other sources of taxes. Chauth was an amount to 1/4 of produce which was paid to the Marathas as a safeguard against Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj's forces plundering or raiding non-Maratha territories. Sir Deshmukhi was an additional levy of 10% on the lands which Marathas claimed to be having hereditary rights over. Chauth and Sir Deshmukhi were tax collected not in Maratha kingdom but in the neighboring territories of the Mughal and Deccani Sultanates. Through this, what Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj did, and we will take a break after this, is that he created a certain structure in which his center was controlled through Ashtapradhan, his province was controlled through his provincial administrations as Subedars, and his periphery was controlled through forts. Within the forts, he has a whole set of different officers, and they kept on expanding by basically destroying the Mughal power bit by bit by collecting Chauth. At one point of time, the Portuguese also used to pay Chauth because the Portuguese traders were going to get plundered if Chauth is not paid. So it is believed that at one point of time, even the Mughals paid Chauth. So to be very clear, with this we finish political history of Muhammad Shah Rangila will. We finish political history of medieval India. I have already given you the timeline. What I want to do now is I want to break here and then we start our first module of art and culture, last module of medieval India. It is considered module number 7 of medieval India, Bhaktism and Sufism. This now becomes mains level oriented, and the problem of Bhakti Sufi is that the books are not very comprehensive. So what I've done for Bhakti Sufi is, you can see here, is that I have made it very descriptive because now you need to write mains answers. I've made it very, very descriptive so that you can just use the PPT and that is more than enough. For Bhakti Sufi, your discussion with regards to PPT is more than enough to answer any question. Clear? What you want to hear from me quite a lot. I am now trying to say it to you. For module number 7 is Bhakti Sufi and the PPT is enough. It has been made, designed very, very categorically like this so that it is as extensive as possible. So that you don't have to run to 5 different sources. I've made it out of 6 different sources altogether. Are we clear? Are we clear? Perfect. Great. So we come back by 2:05, 2:10.